Over the last several years, there seems to be a massive surge in the number of big businesses or corporate entities that are pushing some sort of agenda, that are pushing identity politics, that are virtue signaling at each and every opportunity. But it looks like recently it's become too much. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about the entertainment industry, it doesn't matter whether you're talking about the gaming industry, or even whether you're talking about beer. People are sick and tired of it, whether they're fans, whether it's the audience, whether it's the customer base. People are sick and tired of things getting shoved in their face that have absolutely nothing to do with whatever they're consuming. We've seen that with Disney. As soon as they decided to push all these things that were not family friendly, their audience started to leave. Well, the same can definitely be said when it comes to Bud Light. For over 2 months now, Bud Light has been dealing with a massive boycott, all centered around their decision to have transgender TikToker Dylan Mulvaney promote their beer. That did not go over well. The response did not go over well. And instead of apologizing, they've tried to bury their heads in the sand. And, they popped up yesterday, finally, after nearly 2 months of silence on social media, to put out a new Bud Light ad, hoping that people had forgotten all about this. It went about as well as you could possibly expect. New Bud Light ad ridiculed up and down social media. They're trying so hard. And yes, Bud Light, take a look at this. Nearly 24 hours ago, they put out this post. It has 1,600 likes and 21,000 comments. They are getting absolutely annihilated. And keep in mind, this is the first time they've tweeted in over 2 months, since April 14th when they got ratioed. The ratios have only gotten worse for them. That's how bad it is. And if it was just that, if it was just ratios on social media, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. Unfortunately for them, this is an actual boycott. Their sales are actually going down. In fact, the most recent week-to-week numbers are the worst we've seen in this entire 2-month stretch. Bud Light sales take steepest hit yet since Dylan Mulvaney fiasco. For the week ending June 10th, Bud Light sales dropped by a whopping 26.8%. So when you look at these massive companies out there, obviously InBev, Anheuser-Busch, they are a massive company that does far more than just Bud Light. They probably sell 100 different beers, including some other really well-selling beers. But Bud Light specifically is taking a monster hit from all of this. Nearly a 30% drop in their sales from this point last year. They are getting completely and totally destroyed. And like I said, this isn't necessarily just one specific avenue or one business. These are all businesses right now that have decided to go full on with identity politics. They're getting hammered, especially if their fan base is made up of people who might consider themselves a little bit more traditional in some way, shape, or form. When you look at Disney, family-friendly Disney, that's what they built their brand on. Well, families are now walking away from them. When it comes to Bud Light, anyone who feels like they might be conservative or traditional in some way, shape, or form, they don't feel like their values are being represented by Bud Light, and as a result, they are leaving in droves. Just look at this fucking ratio, man. And of course, they are hiding replies to this, which we'll go through some of them. I don't know how many we could actually go through, but look at just some of the hidden replies. Hodgwin said, y'all shouldn't have hid the replies because that actually tells us the best responses. No transgender people, no progressive pride flags. You remember it's still Pride Month? Bud Light, are you ready to get wrecked? Get woke, go broke, Anheuser-Busch. And of course, this might be my favorite new pride flag, the best way to drink Bud Light, apparently. But this video in and of itself, it doesn't offer any apologies. All it is like, hey guys, it's just traditional. Just enjoy the summer. Great news, great vibes. Just dudes drinking Bud Light. So, some normal dudes, some hot girls, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like, this is not going to be enough. Until Bud Light acknowledges what they have done and how poorly they treated their customer base, they're not going to be forgiven. And yes, we can go to some of these replies right now. Anheuser-Busch, that's the person who was in charge of marketing who decided to hire Dylan Mulvaney. They hired an activist who wanted to say fuck off to their normal customer base, just like we see so often in the entertainment industry as well. The representative of New Bud Light, a company that hates its former self, patriotic, fratty, out-of-touch customers, a delusional woman who hates men, a delusional man who hates women pretending to be a girl. Bud Light VP said she wanted to update fratty branding before Dylan Mulvaney ad hit again. I am not going to show you a lot of these hidden replies because honestly, if I go down too much further, I will not be able to air this on YouTube. There are some pretty fucking clever, some pretty fucking funny hidden replies, but when you hide this many, they have hidden probably thousands of replies at this point. That's how bad it is for Bud Light. But it is just continuing to get worse. This is not some old little boycott that's just going to go away. They have lost nearly 30% of their sales. That's what happens. This is a true get woke, go broke moment. A lot of that's been thrown around for things that weren't actually boycotts. It didn't actually have an impact, whatever. This is a massive impact that is lasting. And now, the first tweet in 2 months has gotten completely and totally destroyed as their sales continue to crater. This is embarrassing for them. But this is what happens when you abandon your customer base, just like we've seen in the entertainment industry. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.